Hey everybody, it's Jeff from New York, and I'm here in New Jersey. Actually, I'm on the Garden State Parkway heading to Newark Airport, ultimately heading to Nashville, Tennessee today. Again, I've never been to Nashville, so there's some good things and bad things about going to a place for the very first time. Good things is everything is new and exciting. The bad things is you're new to the place, so you might miss a few things that you really should have seen. But again, that's what I guess second trips are for, right? I'm going for a little under a week. I'm staying at the Hyatt. It's called the Hyatt Caption, I believe. I have a nice, like a studio suite on a high floor. A high floor in Nashville is like 20, I think. So we'll see what kind of room I get once I get there. And this video is all about my trip to Nashville. So I'm taking you from basically my front door to the door of the hotel room. I will do a video of the hotel suite. That'll be a separate video. It'll also include the hotel itself. And I've got a lot of things on my list to cross off just today alone. Never mind the few days that I'm going to be in Nashville. Besides my travel day videos, I always like to do an airport video. Never been to Nashville Airport. Did a little studying, I guess, up on the airport, and it looks like a really nice one. Lots of shops and restaurants, so I'll probably do a tour of that. Not sure if I'm going to do that today, going into Nashville, or coming back home from Nashville. Most likely coming back home because I'm under a little less pressure as far as scheduling and timing and things like that, but looks like a really nice airport. Now, although I've never been there, it sounds a lot like New Orleans. There's a lot of music, a lot of good food, a lot of partying. The city basically never sleeps. Every place you go down Broadway, which is the main drag, there's live music coming out of it. Hardly ever closes. Any time of the day there's music playing, whether it's in the morning, afternoon, evening, or even overnight. So Broadway is definitely something I want to check out. There's several restaurants that I want to check out as well, like Katie B's Hot Chicken. That's something I'm really looking forward to. Of course, I'll bring you guys along on all this stuff. Some of it will be on the New York channel and some of it on Jersey Jeff Eats. Of course, there's the Grand Ole Opry, lots of museums there in Nashville, and again, everything's within walking distance, which I really like. I don't like having to rely on Ubers and buses and things like that when I'm on a trip. It takes a lot of extra time, and well, I enjoy walking too, and this seems to be like a walking city. Anyway, I'm about to merge off of the Garden State Parkway and onto the New Jersey Turnpike, so I will meet you guys when I get to the airport. After so many years, I've learned to pay for my parking here at Newark Airport ahead of time online, and I cut the price like in half doing so. Let's head into Newark Airport. This is probably the only part of traveling I don't like, and that's the whole getting to where I'm going to. I mean, let's face it, I do this a lot, and I'm pretty much got it down pat. I can pack in like 15, 20 minutes. I always have everything ready, whether I'm going to Atlantic City for one night or someplace else for like a week. I'm ready to go very quickly. It's just the airport. It's very unpredictable. You never know if you're going to get a flat or something, and that'll just throw a whole wrench into your entire week's plans. And then there's the whole TSA issue, which is probably the worst thing about traveling, and I just stress out over TSA. I don't know why. It seems to have gotten better, but it's always that rush, and take your belts off and your shoes and undo your laptop and take it out and put it in this tray, not that tray, this tray. And, then next thing you know, your laptop is like 50 yards away from you. God knows who's looking at it, and it's just very stressful. But I will say, as far as getting on that plane, that is probably the most peaceful time of my life because, well, there's no phone, no computers, no communication, no nothing. You just get to sit down, relax, maybe have a drink, maybe take a nap, maybe read a book. I really do enjoy flying only for that reason. Then there's getting from the airport to the hotel, checking into your room, getting up to your room, and most people breathe a sigh of relief at that point, but I can't because I'm a vlogger and I have to do a video of that room before I get comfortable in the bed and unpack and everything, so I have to do that first. Then I unpack. Once I'm unpacked in my room, then I can relax and get started on my schedule. I will say coming home from wherever I'm at is a lot less stressful, mainly because I build in a buffer between coming home and going back to my real job. There's usually a couple days in between, and I'm really in no rush, and I have been delayed for a day or two. My Florida trip, my New Orleans trip, I was pushed back pretty far. Not as stressful, though, as getting to where I'm going, because if I miss a day, it throws off the entire scheduling. That has yet to happen. Fingers always crossed. There was a time in New Orleans where our flight was delayed 12 hours because of air traffic over Newark, and I was at the bar, and a pilot from FedEx, a FedEx pilot sat next to me, and we just had Bloody Marys. Me and her just drank Bloody Marys. I think we had about 4 or 5 of them before our flight was actually ready. By the way, she wasn't flying that day, just so you know. But I actually enjoyed it. It was very relaxing. And where else would I rather get stuck than in New Orleans? Although I'd rather get stuck in town than at the airport. I'm in Terminal A here at Newark Airport, otherwise known, by the way, as Liberty International Airport. And I very rarely fly out of Terminal A. Gonna show you guys around Terminal A a little bit more. It's kind of new. It's very nice. And then we'll head on the plane and head over to Nashville. A little children's play area here at the airport. Children gotta do something while they're at the airport. Hey guys, if you're enjoying the videos here on the New York channel, then please subscribe if you haven't done so already. I got a goal at the end of the year of 15,000 subscribers, and only you unsubscribed viewers can help me out with that. And if you're finding the video entertaining and informative, then just give it a thumbs up. I do appreciate that. Also, if you really like the video, share it on your social media. That gets the video more views and the channel new subscribers. Finally, if you'd like to help support the New York channel, then just click on that super thanks button right underneath this video. Doing so not only helps support the channel and makes videos like this one possible, but it'll get you a shout out on a future New York video. And speaking of shoutouts, a shout out to Annette Morris and Dan Kraft, otherwise known as Real Unc D. They both left a super thanks on my latest Atlantic City video, a tour of the Atlantic City boardwalk, as well as stopping into all those hotels and casinos and doing a slot pull. I really do appreciate your support, Annette and Dan. Thank you so much. Again, I've never been in Terminal A except for the fact that I believe this used to be the original Newark airport. It used to be one terminal way back when, and I believe I flew out of there once when I was a child. Now it's obviously just a separate terminal from all the other huge terminals there are at this airport. And it's not the easiest terminal to get to. As you saw earlier in this video, I had to take a shuttle bus from the other terminals to Terminal A. If there's any Newark Airport or Liberty International Airport experts out there, correct me if I'm wrong. But I believe this was the original Newark Airport. Obviously, completely updated. This flight's going to be approximately 2.5 hours from Newark to Nashville, and of course I always request the aisle seat. Not sure why Nashville has always intrigued me, but again, I've always loved music. I love the whole bar, honky-tonk, live band atmosphere, and Nashville is also known as Music City, and I just think that, I don't know, it's just a place that I always wanted to visit, and I think I'm going to have a great time. Hopefully I do, and I'll bring you guys along to all the stuff that I visited here.
But who knows, I might hate it, so stay tuned and see what happens. Also, it's known for country music, but lately it's gotten a lot more into rock and roll and jazz as well. And as you'll see in some upcoming videos on the channel, there's a lot of rock and roll on Broadway. Broadway being the main drag here in Nashville. There she is, America's sweetheart. I'm not even out of the gate area yet, and already we have a guitar-themed bar and some live music. Lots of celebrities have their own honky-tonks on Broadway, including Jason Aldean, Garth Brooks, Blake Shelton, Kid Rock, just to name a few. Some of them also have a place here right in the airport. This is Blake Shelton's Old Red, and if that sounds familiar, he also has a place on the Las Vegas Strip as well, and Jason Aldean is opening up a place as well on the Strip. This really is a cool airport, and again, I'm going to follow up with a video on the entire airport. I'll give you guys a tour probably when I'm on my way back home, so stay tuned for that. Today, I want to get to my hotel.
Well, everyone, I made it. You knew I would. Here I am in Nashville. This is the Hyatt that I'm staying at. One of the Hyatts. There are several here in town. I'm not going to show you the room. That's going to be a separate video, so stay tuned for that. Got lots on the agenda today alone. It's going to be a busy week, so I'm going to get started. Hope you enjoyed my trip to Nashville, and lots more coming out of Nashville very soon on the New York channel. Thanks for watching, guys.
Don't forget, subscribe, thumbs up, share it on your social media, and support the New York channel. Thanks again, guys.